What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for joining me on another beautiful day. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the videos. If you do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, say what's up in the comments down below. I really do appreciate it. So today, I get a lot of comments, a lot of DMs and whatnot about why this bike is so good. The FZ07, why do I love it so much? Why do I praise it so much? Because I do. But this video is to show those people who have more than one purpose of riding why this bike isn't perfect. It's maybe a perfect second bike, but for one sole bike, this might not be the perfect bike for you. So if you guys are interested, make sure you stick around, watch the video, and let's go talk about it.
There is so many reasons why I love this bike, but these are some important reasons. If this is like that one bike you want, you should think about these before buying this bike. But that does not mean I don't love this bike. I love this bike. Oh, it's so good. This is my favorite bike. And I think it's way better than the FZ09, just for me, personally. There's a lot of great reasons, like I said, about this bike. But there are some things that I have grown not so fond of since I've had this. First off, my girlfriend has never ridden on a motorcycle before, and I recently wanted to just give her a ride just because it's something I love and I want her to enjoy it with me, you know what I'm saying? And this motorcycle is terrible for riding with a passenger. First off, it's kind of lower powered, like around 70 horsepower, 75 horsepower, which is not a lot of horsepower. And secondly, this seat is really bad. This rear seat is basically like a piece of cardboard. It's so uncomfortable for her, and if you want to go on like any more than like a 30-minute ride, she was so uncomfortable, like it wasn't fun for her. She loves the riding aspect, but the after effects of being that sore was not, no, she hated that. She did not enjoy how sore she was even the next day. Her legs, her back. And also when I brake, say we're at a stoplight or something like that, and I brake, I'm a smaller guy, and there's a crack in between there. She falls down basically onto my seat because the seat's super slippery. It's super slippery, she just falls down. But yes, the first reason, the seat, the passenger seat, well, the rider's seat is not that bad, especially for someone small like me, but the passenger seat is awful. Secondly, which kind of goes hand in hand with my second and third reasoning, is this thing has a tiny gas tank. Just like the FZ09, it's got like a 3.5, 3.7 gallon gas tank, which is pretty small for if you want to take this thing on trips and whatnot. It claims from the factory they get like 50-ish miles a gallon, but I've never even gotten close to that. Especially, mine is tuned. Granted, it is tuned with the exhaust, with the intake and whatnot. But if I'm ripping with my friends, the lowest I've gotten is 38 miles a gallon. So put that into perspective. Around 100-ish miles, I'm already flashing on E and I need to go get gas because I would rather not run out of gas. If I'm really taking it easy like today, maybe like 45, 55, where you're getting the best miles per gallon, I'd probably get like 45, 47, which for a 650, I feel like isn't that good. I had a street triple way back, like probably 2-3 years ago. Some of you guys remember, and it got like, it was, so the 3-cylinder inline 3 675cc street triple, when I romped on that thing, it got like 45. When I rode it easy, it got like 50 plus miles a gallon. It was like incredible, and it had more power than this thing, and it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. You would think this thing would get a little bit better gas mileage. So that is reason number 2 why you should think about why you should not buy this bike. Reason number 3, which kind of goes along with reason number 2. First off, you can't go very far without filling up. Secondly, the wind protection is terrible. I mean, what are you going to expect from a naked bike? There is nothing in front of you to stop the wind. This little dinky thing is there for aesthetics, and it's not going to help you. You can get a wind, like a nice windscreen, but it's really not going to help you that much. There's air coming through everywhere, through the bars, through the top. It's super comfortable. It's just hitting me in the chest, which granted I'm used to it at this point. Like, it doesn't really bother me. And I don't take this thing on long road trips. The longest I take it is probably 30 plus miles when I commute. And that is from Spokane to Cheney, where I go to school at. So granted, it's not that bad, but On a windy day like today, it is so not comfortable to ride. It is terrible. But you're not getting this bike to be a comfortable commuter. You're getting it because it's fun. It's fun to have. And there's so many reasons. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of reasons why this bike is amazing. And why I love this thing. And I'll probably never get rid of it. But the wind protection, the gas mileage, you're not going to go very far and you're not going to get there very comfortably. If you guys can even hear me now with this, like the trees aren't even moving, but it's blowing me around the road. This thing doesn't weigh anything. It's like 380 pounds, which is great for when I want to go riding hard around the twisties and whatnot. But for commuting, for riding long distances on the freeway and whatnot, I'm getting blown around. I'm having to suck my arms into my chest to keep the wind away from me. I can just feel it kind of pushing the bike left and right. Same with my head, it just hits me, all the wind hits me in the face and in the head. So it's completely not comfortable for riding long distances. People ask me that all the time, like what's a good naked bike for riding long distances? There is no good choice. You better get an adventure bike or a Harley Gold, like a Gold Wing or a Harley or something like that that's meant to go long distance, because this is not it. If you want to ride long distance, you can, but I would not advise buying this bike if that is your sole mode of transportation to go from work or to go long distances. Reason number 4 why you should think about not buying this bike, which can be, this can be taken as a good and bad thing, but for me, this bike is so popular. So popular. I live in a small big city. I'd say like 400 or 500,000 people, which is a big city, but it's spread out. It's very spread out around here. And I see so many FZ07s, MT07s, whatever, MT09s. I see them everywhere. Everyone has one. So it's not like a cool bike. Everyone has one. It's not rare. It's like my street triple. That thing was so different and not very many people had them that people would turn their heads and be like, damn, that's a cool bike. Not saying this isn't a cool bike, but it's just like common now. It's not that cool because everyone seems to have one. I know like 7 people who have one. I know 1 person who still owns a street triple. And I've seen tons more FZ07s that I do not know. So this bike's like, I don't know, everyone has one, which can be a good thing because you can buy them cheap. You can buy one of these for 4,500 bucks, 5 grand, with some mods on them already, which is pretty cool. So they are in abundance, which is a bad and a good thing. I like to be different, so, you know, obviously I make the bike my own. I mod it to my likings. But yeah, there's no anonymity with this bike because everyone has one. Everyone's kind of looks the same. So that is reason number 4. And the last reason, and the reason I put this at number 5. So honestly, these reasons are from 1 to 5 that I'll put on the screen right now. These are the reasons that I think are the most important to the least important. And if you can believe it, number 5 is suspension. For someone my size, I weigh like 150 pounds. I'm like 5 feet 7, 5 feet 8 inches tall, right around there. The suspension is fine. Yeah, it's kind of a pogo stick. And same with the FZ09, the stock suspension is really bad. But when you're my weight, it's not that terrible because I don't weigh a lot and I can use all of the suspension. Granted, I want it to be stiffer. I do miss how stiff my other bike was. So if I'm going around a corner at good pace and I'm actually leaning and I hit a bump, the whole front end starts to shake and go out of alignment, which is kind of scary. But there are ways to counteract that. You can do mods to your bike, to the suspension, like if you guys watched my video the other week where I rode my buddy Justin stunted out FZ07, I'll put a link right up here on the screen. He did the mod where you cut down the suspension in the front by about 10 millimeters or so. Like there's a spacer, a metal spacer in there, cut it down by 10 millimeters, put it in 15 weight fork oil, and it felt super good. The bike has a different look to it completely. Like mine, the stock FZ07 kind of has a rake, meaning like the front is sitting higher than the rear. After he did that, the bike sat level, and it feels more comfortable to ride hard. And holy cow, that bike can ride hard. So those are the 5 reasons that you should really think about if this is the bike for you. So those are my reasons. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you're new, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.